Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nailon, and thanks for coming back to my channel. In today's video, guys, I'm just going to be making another simple config since my last tutorial wasn't that good, and it was like 10 months ago. So I'm just going to make an updated version. Then next video I'll probably do another complex one, and then the one after that I'll probably do a recapture one where you can solve recaptures. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's just jump straight into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open OpenBullet. There is a link in the description to download this if you have not got it already. You're going to need to compile it, which means you're going to need Visual Studio and stuff. There should be tutorials on this. If there isn't, it tells you how to do it on the GitHub page already. It gives you a little text tutorial. It's not hard to follow, to be honest. Or you could download modified versions. There's an Anomaly mod. They have a Discord for that. There's a Crack.2 mod. Doesn't really change anything, honestly, but I mean, it's up to you. But I'm just using the authentic version. Actually, I think this is a modded version. It's like an Italy one, but it doesn't matter. Same thing. But anyway, go to the configs tab. Then you're going to create a new config. Now you're going to name this whatever you want. This doesn't matter. This is just the name of the config. As you can see here, this is the names. So I'm just going to call this test. Author, this is the author of the config. So if you're going to sell this config or you're going to publish it on a website, people will look at the author and then they'll be like, oh, okay, he owns it. So if you put your Discord in there, you might get a few ads. You might be able to sell your config or other configs. But yeah, this is pretty important, honestly, but it doesn't really matter what you put. So I'm just going to keep it as this. Hit accept, and it should make your config. Now in here, this is the stacker. So what we're going to be doing in here is the actual config. So we're going to hit the plus. Now, for me, I'm making a config on this website right here. So this is a testing ground. So everything I do in here, I have permission. It's completely legal. There's nothing sensitive and no sensitive info on here. So I'm perfectly fine doing it for this. You can follow along if you want, or you can do another website, but make sure you have permission from the owner. I'm just going to go in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to capture all the info that we need for the config. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control-Shift-I. That's going to pull up this tab, right? It's probably on the Elements tab when you first do it. You just want to press this Network tab and make sure this is on red. So this is recording all the traffic that comes through this website. So now we're going to log in with a fake account. So we're just going to put and Then as soon as we hit login, there should be a bunch of stuff that pops through here. Okay, here it is. So here's the blue thing. Typically when it's blue, it's the post request, and it's usually the right one. If it's not the right one, you just want to scroll through, you want to filter through all of these until you see the right post request. Then, once you find the right one, you'll know it's the right one because if you scroll down, it'll have your username you tried to sign in with and the password you tried to sign in with. So what we're going to do now is we're going to keep all of this information. So I like to open up Notepad. You don't have to do this, but I think it's easier. So I'm going to save this. That's the URL for the post request. We're going to save this as well, the content type. People usually get the content type wrong and wonder why the website isn't loading on the OpenBullet. It's because usually it's because you got the wrong content type. We're going to keep the origin and referrer. This isn't needed, but I like to add it just in case. And we're also going to keep the user agent. Now, after that, this is the main part. This is what it's logging in with. So here, this is the form data. What you want to do is you want to press View Source. So this is what we need right here. This is sending this information to the website. So it's sending our username and the password that we tried to sign in with. So we're going to keep that. Now, we're going to hop into OpenBullet. So since this is a simple config, there isn't any, there's no tokens or anything. It's just simply this. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Add a New Block, Request. Now here is when all the stuff goes on. So in the URL, we're going to put the URL that we got. We're going to change the method to post. So now this is sending all of our information that we put in here to this URL. We're going to change the content type. Oh, it's already the right one. This is the most used one, so I think this is why they put it in there as default. This is going to be our user agent. So as you can see here in the custom headers, just replace this, all of this, with the one that we got. We're also going to get the origin and referrer. We're going to put that in the custom header. So new line with enter, paste. So this is the origin and referrer in there now. Then in the post data, we're going to grab this and we're going to put it in here. Now people ask me if it's a mail, if you sign in with an email, do you change this to user to email like this? But no, it's always user like this. Even if it's email and password or user password, it's always going to be user. This is just a variable. So if you go in here, type this in, this will be saved as the variable user, and this will be saved as the variable password. Always going to be the same. So we're going to do that. We're going to change the password to pass. So this is sending this part of the string that you've put in, and this is sending this part of the string that you've put in. So now if we go to the log and we hit sign in, oh, I have to change this to user pass, remember that. So hit start, and my open bullet just glitched. Just hit start again. Okay, here we can see access denied. That means it's wrong, as you can see on the website, access denied. That was an incorrect login. So it says access denied. Now this is where the key check comes in. A key check is where it checks this website for something that you've put in. So we're going to add a new keychain, change the type to failure, add a new key, and then paste this. So if the source, so this is the source of the page. If this contains access denied, which it does here, it's going to set the bot, so this stop bot status here, as a failure. So I'm going to keep that. So that means if it sees this, it's going to put it as a fail. Now, if we put in the correct login, which is admin, and the password is 12345, it should say success. Hit start. As you can see, it says welcome. Didn't say success, but it doesn't matter. So it says welcome. I'm going to go to keychains. I'm going to add success block, add a new key, paste that in there. Now, if we hit start, it should say success here. There you go. Alright guys, I just messed up because they've already put welcome here, but anyway, we're going to add a new keychain, add a new key, and put this in because they've already put it here for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but I've just added this bit here, so it's got all this little bit of code here, so that should now be working. So if we put another number at the end, that should say fail now. Now if we put in the correct password, which is this, it should say success. There you go. So it's scanned here for this keyword of text. So if we put this in here in the search, it will scan for this, right? It will scan for this, and if it sees it, it'll put it as a success. But if it sees this, let's just make it a fail. It'll make it as a failure. You see that? Because it's in the text right here, and it's also here. So that's good. That means we've got a working config now. So we can save this here. It doesn't pull up anything, but just press that floppy disk icon and it'll work. Now go to other options. The name, if you want to change the name, you can change it here. Author, you can change that. Suggested bots. You can find out the amount of suggested bots because if you go on a website here and we go back, if we keep trying to log in and after about the third try it gets a proxy ban, you could probably put it up to about 100. Or if it's a big config, if it's like in here in the stacker it's massive, like there's a bunch of variables and stuff with parse, then you should probably put that as pretty low because it's going to use up all of your RAM and your CPU. So, but yeah, I'm just going to put this to 200. It's really simple config, there's no variables, it's just sending requests. Now if we go to proxies, you can find out if it needs a proxy, because as I said earlier, if you sign in 3 times and it asks for a reCAPTCHA after about the 3rd try, then you need to put in proxies. If it doesn't, you can just keep trying, which I can, just leave it as proxyless. But however, typically it'll probably go faster with proxies, like really cheap free proxies. But I don't know, it's up to you. Data, allowed wireless list type. So this, as you can see the website, it's a user pass. You can't sign in with an email, it's only user and password, see? So we're going to change this to user pass, user pass. If you can use both email pass and user pass, then change this to user pass and mail pass. But this is only user pass, so I'm going to keep that. Selenium, leave that because it's not a Selenium config. We're going to save this again, go to manager, hit save again. Now we're going to try the config. We're going to open a new text document. Just press view desktop icons. New text document, and we're just going to put in. So this is the word list we're going to load it in with. So we're going to do fake account 123, fake account 123, admin 12345. So these 2 accounts won't work, but this account will. So we're going to save that, close that. New config, so this is the runner now, so we're going to be testing it in here. Select config, we just go all the way to the bottom. This is ours here. Select list, we're going to press this, and then we're going to press this little folder icon. Go to our desktop, press number 2, because that's the one we just made, as you can see here. We're going to put this on one bot so we know it's working, and we're going to hit start. I had to turn off proxies, my bad. There you go, as you can see it's gone to the hit tab because it worked, and all the others have gone to the bad tab. So there you go, that's a simple config that's just been made, and yeah, that should be it. I don't have any Discord server or anything anymore because I got banned, but I do have a Telegram. I'll leave that in the description, and I'll leave all the other links if you need this or the website or anything. It'll be in the description. But yeah, if you did enjoy today's video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment why you enjoyed the video, or dislike. It's up to you. I'm not bothered. But yeah.